Harrison and then Dials. All right. Let's bring in Harrison. Let me let Miss Nance know she's free to go.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Deshaun Cheatham, he's in the waiting room.
Where? Oh. Thank you, Mr. Flanagan. I was just getting ready to let you go, Miss Nance. Okay, let's see. I didn't even see him. Okay, Mr. Cheatham, start your camera. Thank you, Mr. Flanagan.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to send Mr. Cheatham and counsel. I'll send you to breakout room number 10. Okay. So let me that and all right, I'm ready. This is Harrison, case number 194595301. The People versus Jawan O'Neal Harrison. Defendant is charged with 1 count of communication services illegal use. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Jawan Harrison. Mr. Harrison, sir, please unmute and please say your full name.
Jawan O'Neal Harrison.
Today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Mr. Harrison, Your Honor, we would move for dismissal for the complainant's failure to appear.
Ms. Ritter?
Your Honor, this is at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference. The court required the complainant witness, Mr. Anthony Carter, to be present. I don't see Mr. Carter in the waiting room, and I don't have an explanation as to why Mr. Carter is not present, as the court did require his appearance for today's pretrial conference. At this time, Your Honor, the people will not be able to proceed based on the complainant witness's failure to appear for at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference.
All right. Today is the day set for pretrial conference. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have no explanation for the failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Sir, we will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your records. Have a great day and stay safe.
Okay, excuse me. Would I be able to come down to the court to 36th District and pick up a copy of the dismissal so I could turn it in to my job so I can go back to work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You mean today?
Yes.
Okay, give us until I'm not going to sign it until after the docket, so give us until 12:30.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Mr. Knutson and Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, start your camera. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Please accept to join the breakout room and wait for the lawyers to come in to speak with you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, I'm ready on Dials. And then I'm going to take a short little break, about maybe 2 minutes, and then I'll be ready on Pilgrim. Ms. Stevenson, you could then go in and get the rest of your people ready, and then I'll take the rest of your people, and then if I get to the people from yesterday, the 2 people from yesterday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, after Ms. Bigby, of course.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm ready on Dials, case number 234436201, the people versus Joseph Dwayne Dials. Defendant is charged with 1 count of operating while intoxicated, second offense notice. And today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Joseph Dials. Mr. Dials, sir, please say your full name.
Joseph Dwayne Dials.
Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Dials and I have had the opportunity to discuss this matter. He's had the opportunity to review with me as well as execute an advice of rights form. And at this time, it is my understanding that Mr. Dials wishes to waive his rights, incident to trial, and offer the court a plea of guilty pursuant to plea agreement with the people to the reduced charge of 1 count of operating while intoxicated, first offense.
Ms. Ritter, is that the people's offer?
That is correct, Judge. That is the people's offer at this time.
Mr. Dials, you want to accept the people's offer?
Yes.
Sir, I'm going to share my screen. On the screen will appear a constitutional rights form. My question to you is, have you had an opportunity to review for yourself or go over with your lawyer your constitutional rights?
Yes.
When you did that, did you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes.
Do you understand that this is a misdemeanor and therefore you have a right to a trial? However, if I accept a plea from you today, you are giving up your right to a trial.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on the record to get you to enter into this voluntary plea?
No.
Drawing your attention to number 8, are you currently on probation or parole? Drawing your attention to number 11, do you understand that by entering into this voluntary plea, you may be giving up your right to an automatic appeal? And if you were to change your mind about the plea, you would either have to request permission of this court to set aside the plea or permission of the circuit court to appeal the conviction?
Yes, I understand.
With that understanding, do you still want to give up your right to a trial and enter into this voluntary plea?
Yes.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You may put your hand down. Who's going to void their Mr. Dials with respect to his factual basis?
May I, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you. Mr. Dials, on January 20th of 2023, were you operating a motor vehicle in the area of northbound I-75 freeway near Mack in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And prior to operating that motor vehicle on that date in that location, had you consumed alcohol?
Yes.
Thank you. And did the consumption of that alcohol make you intoxicated?
Yes.
Thank you. And for purposes of the plea, Your Honor, we stipulate that the blood alcohol content was 0.22. And with that, defense is satisfied.
Are the people, well, do the people stipulate?
So stipulated for purposes of the plea, and the people are satisfied as well, Your Honor.
The court receives a stipulation and the court is satisfied also, and I will accept a guilty plea to 1 count of operating while intoxicated, first offense notice, dismissing the second offense notice pursuant to the plea. Having accepted that plea, the court is going to set the matter for sentencing. Mr. Flanagan, did you see my chat?
See it right now, Your Honor. 21.
Mr. Cheatham, you can't, why did, who? Oh, that's Mr. Cheatham. Okay. I was gonna say the other person. Thank you. All right. Court is gonna set the matter for sentencing April 8th. And that's gonna be at 9 o'clock. Mr. Dials, you're in person today. I don't know if I required you to be in person or if you preferred to be in person, or if your lawyer asked you to come in person. For your sentencing, you have a right to be sentenced in person, but you may consent to being on Zoom. Do you want us to come in person for your sentencing? We actually will be in person for a trial anyway.
No, I can come on Zoom.
All right, make sure you're able to be on Zoom in terms of your internet connection and the sort, okay? All right, prior to the sentencing, you have to submit to a pre-sentence investigation and substance abuse evaluation through the probation department. If the officer could escort you across the hall to probation or direct you there, room 317, they can probably schedule that for you today, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything further with respect to Mr. Dimes?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Dials. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Dials.
All right, then you're all set, Mr. Dials. Go across the hall and see if they can schedule your pre-sentence investigation for you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Miss Nance, I'm gonna go off screen for a couple of minutes, and when I come back, I'm ready for you and Mr. Cheatham, and then I'm ready for the sentencing on Pilgrim. Miss Ripley, there is a Miss Matthews in the waiting room now.
Okay, Judge, perfect. I did make contact with her and she told me she was joining.
Okay, so I'll be back. Just give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.